Hi, everyone. Can today's creature be a two-tone, two-sided reindeer? Okay. I love that idea, and I absolutely love the enthusiasm. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm just gonna get started so that you guys can start coming up with ideas. And yeah, let's make sure that this is, I don't know, you guys. I know there's shadows and things, but hopefully it's not too distracting. So yeah, welcome to today's Cozy Creature live stream. Happy holidays to everyone. This is our last live stream like during this holiday season. I guess the next one will be right before New Year's. So we've been having so much fun making characters for my advent calendar, and I think we're going to continue on that trend today. So today is day 20 of the advent calendar, so I think it would be fun if we created characters for today. If you're unaware, these are my little stickers that are available in my shop. ZoeSophia.com is my website. They're little holiday stickers of our character Lynn, a special elf version of the little goblin herself. But these are the creatures that we've been making for my holiday series, my creature advent calendar. We have this dachshund, and if you're new to the stream, we always just kind of do a little recap of the recent characters to get you guys inspired, or so that you guys can come up with ideas that like fit the theme, you know? And then we write down our ideas over here so that anyone who's new can see kind of what's going on. So this holiday dachshund, we haven't chosen a name for her yet, but I really love her. We have Tinseltown. A lot of you guys really loved her, which makes me so happy because she was kind of one of my favorites, I think. And she's very festive, almost like 1920s vibes. Same with Carol. Carol St. Clair. I know that you guys love the St. Clair family, and if you're new, you may not know, but the St. Clairs are a family that I started at the beginning of my Creature Series channel, like at the beginning of everything. And so this is going to be another St. Clair. Evening St. Clair is a singer, so obviously her sister is also a singer. We have Fred Bradley. He's a gingerbread creature. And of course, his partner, his dance partner, Ginger Bradley. We have Dangle, who's like a Christmas ornament. We have our Christmas mouse named Klaus. Love him. Didn't really plan him. This is just kind of what ended up happening. Then we have Belle. So fun. We have this snowman creature. His name is Snowbert. One of you guys came up with that name. We have Mellow Marshall. So sweet. We have Sugar Plum, obviously little ballerina vibes. And we have Jingle and Jangle, little Jingle Bell creatures. So fun. They're like little holiday twins. We have Snoozette. She's like the night before Christmas, you know? This is actually the character we made on the last live stream last week. Her name is Angela DeAngelis. She's obviously related to a lot of other characters in my world, but specifically December from this series. They're all sort of like snowy creatures. We also have Figgy Pudding, probably my favorite from the series, and I know that a lot of you guys loved her too. We have Candy Cane, so fun. We have December DeAngelis, who I just mentioned, also fun little figure skater. We have Joy, gift inspired, and we have Everbee Green, who is sort of our little tree character. And this is the sketch for today's creature. Let's make sure that you guys can see everything. Is the lighting okay enough? I don't know, you guys. I'm really struggling with like the lighting and the setup here. So hopefully it will get better. But this is going to be the creature for today. And yes, as you can see, it's two characters. I thought that would be fun. I thought that if we end up putting these creatures into the calendar, that they will fit perfectly into the box for day 20. And if you look at the box for day 20, it's like right at the bottom of the calendar and it's kind of big. So I thought we would create a little pair of elves called Holly and Jolly. And as you can see, they're holding a wreath. I already started. I already got like a little bit ahead of myself. Wait, let me see if I can just fix the lighting really quickly. I don't know if that like changes anything. I don't know. Do you guys mind if I really quickly change the lighting? Okay, I don't think you guys mind. 1 second. Is that better? I think that might just be a little bit easier to see. I don't know, you guys. I'm struggling a little. Is this good? I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Just let me know if this is like, I don't know. Okay. So anyways, today we are going to draw Holly and Jolly. I thought this would be like very fun. And it's a little bit different to draw like two little twin creatures, but I thought we could draw like a pair of elves. Oh my gosh, this lighting. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Okay. I think this is the best we're going to be able to do. But yeah. So these are the little characters. They're going to be elves named Holly and Jolly. As you can see, I got a little bit ahead of myself, and they're holding a wreath, who is like also kind of a little cohort, which I think is like perfect. So yeah. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So I think we're going to write down our ideas, and thank you. Someone said it's fine. I know. It's like, I don't know. It's just frustrating when like I had really good lighting before and it was like easier for people to join because they could kind of see what the stream looked like. And with this one, it's a bit more tough. But anyways, so this is Holly and Jolly. As you can see, they're holding a cute little wreath. And I think this little wreath is also like a cohort. I don't know. I was thinking her name could be Aretha. Just a thought. But yeah, let me know. Actually, you guys have already come up with some ideas in the chat, so I'll write them down. Someone said, what was it? Reindeer. We could put reindeer antlers on these two, but I do think I'm going to do a reindeer still in the series. But still, reindeer antlers are really fun. So maybe that would also be fun to add to these guys. Hello, someone new just joined. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. This is basically a holiday creature drawing live stream where I'm going to be drawing some little characters and you guys can tell me your suggestions and basically we're going to draw the creatures together. So as you can see, I always start my drawings like very anatomical. So I didn't really quite finish that. So I'm just going to erase the other lines, like the kneecaps. We can erase those. We can erase all of the little lines that just kind of helped me do the anatomy. So I think this will be good. Just like that. Okay. There we go. And we can also erase the little lines in the arms and around the wrists. I just knew that I wanted to make like little elf creatures called Holly and Jolly, so I thought this would be perfect. Okay, you guys like the idea of Aretha? I don't know, it just made sense to me. So if we're all fine with that, I'm gonna name her Aretha. Like, how cute is that? I love that idea. Okay. Okay. Guys, next time I promise there's going to be a better lighting because this is really, I know it's frustrating when the light is direct and the shadows are too intense because it's harder to see the drawing. But hopefully you guys understand that, I'm traveling right now and it's a bit different. Can these two be relatives of Everby Green? I actually love that idea. And it does make sense because for one thing, Everby Green is kind of in the same stance, like very much from the front. And just kind of has the same look, the same body type, the same size. And since they're holding a wreath, they can kind of be like little wreath characters. And I actually think that's a good idea because I think we need a little bit of green in the calendar. We've been having like a lot of pink and red, and I think some more green would be good. So let's do that. Let's write down relatives of Everby Green. And it's perfect because we have like green theme today, which I didn't even specifically plan, but I didn't plan for the creatures to be green and for everything I'm wearing to be green, but it's perfect. It just felt right for today's stream. This is actually a Snoopy crew neck. You've got a point. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started on the characters. I'm really excited. I think we can kind of just mirror them for the most part. Like, I don't think, you know, we're gonna have little cute ways to differentiate them, but I think it'll be sweet if okay, let's start by doing the facial expressions. So, I think we can safely say we want them to be facing forward. Even if they're looking at each other, I think that they're just facing forward and it's gonna be really cute this way. So, I'm gonna face their eyes forward. And you guys can let me know if you think they should have like really, really big eyes. Like Ever has huge eyes that are almost like oval shaped. We could go that same route, but I think I think the only thing is with her eyes, they kind of are positioned in a way where she can only be looking up. And with these two, I think they should either be looking at each other or they should be looking down at Aretha. I love that name. And I think that Aretha really kind of like sets the scene for them, and it kind of sets the scene for this entire drawing. So I think it will be fun. So I'm gonna I just want the eyes to be a little bit further apart. Kind of like that. So bear with me. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get the eyes just like the shape of the eyes right, because it's very, very important because that can really make the drawing like look a bit off if they're not perfect. So they need to be even, but I think it's okay if they each have sort of a different eye shape. Like these ones I think are gonna be a bit bigger. These ones are gonna be a little rounder and smaller and a little bit farther apart, which will just give them each some quirks, you know what I mean? I think one of them should have wreath-textured pigtails like a stereotypical cartoon German girl. Oh, that's a cute idea. I actually really like that idea. So I think that would be Holly. We'll have cute little pigtails, and they can be green. That's adorable. Wreath-textured pigtails. I like that idea. So I'm going to write that down. Pigtails. Thank you guys for joining. I also didn't even mention, but I changed the time of the stream today just because there's a lot going on and it's very busy this time of year. And I know that a lot of people are busy like in the evenings, and my stream is usually like evening/night on Saturdays for most people. So we're changing it just for today. I hope that's okay. And yeah, okay, so next I need you guys to decide while we sort of make the facial expressions, I need you guys to decide where you want them to be looking. So I think they'll either be looking at each other or they'll both be looking at Aretha. So, and I think it would be sweet if their eyes kind of mirrored the way that Aretha's eyes looks. I missed the start. It's okay, you guys. It's totally fine. Basically, we're doing this holiday creature drawing and we're doing a pair of characters. Apologies for the lighting. It's not perfect today, but we're going to fix it for next time. But we're going to do these two creatures called Holly and Jolly. I wanted to make a little pair of elves. I think we're going to fit these onto the calendar. And if you see day 20, which is today on the calendar, it's kind of like a bigger box at the bottom. So I think two creatures will actually fit very nicely. So I want to do these holiday elves called Holly and Jolly. And I already drew this. So don't worry, you didn't miss much. Like I already had this drawn before we started. And they're holding a little wreath called Aretha. I came up with that name and I'm quite proud of it. And then it was suggested in the live that they should be relatives of Everbee Green, which is actually perfect because they kind of have the same body type, the same size, shape, stance. And also, we kind of need more green on the calendar because we have a lot of red, we have a lot of pink. So I think this will be perfect. They're going to kind of mirror each other but be different, and their names are Holly and Jolly. And all of this was kind of decided like in terms of their poses, Aretha, and their names that I decided before the stream. So you didn't miss too much. These are the ideas. Someone suggested reindeer, so we could put antlers on them. Someone suggested relatives of Everbee Green, and someone suggested that Holly should have little wreath textured pigtails, which is a really cute idea. Someone else just joined. So yeah, I want them to be like little elves, and we're gonna have them be probably green. So yes, these are the first question that I asked you guys is, tell me if you think that they should be looking at each other or both looking at Aretha. And then we can go from there. Someone said, "Let me cook." All right, I'm listening. Also, oh, people are joining. Okay, thank you for joining, you guys. I know that this is a different time than my usual live streams. So let me know if this works for you also. So, yeah, we're gonna basically okay. I'm gonna get started on their expressions and where they're looking. I think looking to the side. Okay, so looking at each other. I like that. So how I'm gonna do that actually is I'm gonna actually start with like the irises, which I don't usually do that. Usually I start with the eyelids, but I wanna make sure that the eyelids kind of like line up correctly. So this is how we'll start, and hopefully we'll be able to even these out. Guys, I actually haven't drawn today. Like I haven't drawn on my physical paper yet today, so I feel like I'm like getting into the groove a little bit. So bear with me, bear with me. I wish I could put on some music, but again, I'm always nervous to get like copyrighted, but we're working on it. I will definitely find some copyright-free music that's like long enough at some point if you guys want that, just to kind of cosify the vibes. And like sometimes when I don't talk, it's just quiet. So I try to not have too many silent moments, but if we had like copyright-free music, then that wouldn't happen. So I didn't actually really initially mean to make their eyes like different sizes, but when I started, I feel like it was actually kind of working. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna just make their eyelids kind of frame the iris so that they don't look shocked. You know what I mean? So that it looks more sort of natural. So this is how we're gonna do that. And then these are going to be their pupils, but it's also like the glimmer in their eyes. So I always do this. And obviously in the final drawing, these will actually be black with a sparkle in them, but this just kind of gets across the look of the eyes. I don't know, it just works for some reason. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. I think that's pretty good. And since her name is Holly, maybe we should like, I don't know, do something Holly related. I don't know, just a thought. This kind of works, but a tiny bit too early because this is around the time I start watching TV shows. Okay. Away from each other. Oops, well, I already have them looking towards each other, so my bad. Green, as much as it's stereotypical Christmas color, is not something that has a lot of things related to Christmas, only trees. Well, there's also holly, so we could add holly to her. We could give them green stripy outfits. We could give them hats. And I think it would be fun if they were like little elves, because even though there's a lot of elfish creatures in my holiday series, there's actually not really a lot of elves. I feel like the only really elfish character, so to speak, is really Candy Cane, and she also has like elf ears. So I don't know if you guys would want to do elf ears, but I know that people always suggest elf ears and really like that. So Holly reminds me of Stranger Things. Oh, I haven't watched it, so I don't know what it is that you speak of. But I think it would be fun to do. Okay, let's think about it. So Aretha is green, and we could make one of these elves like more green and the other one more red vibes. And then it can pick up on the bow that's in Aretha's hair, question mark, fur, fuzz. Mistletoes, we don't have a family in this series yet until November, unlike November with the Mulligans. True, the Mulligans are very much like fall themed, and we don't really have a winter theme. Well, I would say the D'Angeli. The D'Angeli are like very winter themes, but they're more only snow, only snow. We're not really expanding into like other forms of the season with them like we are with the Mulligans. But anyways, we did just meet a St. Clair today, which I love. Okay, let's decide on their noses. So I think we're either going to do upturned or downturned since they're facing straight to the front. So I'm kind of feeling like downturned, honestly, for them. Kind of like this. So cute. And I'm just going to put little smiles on their faces as like placeholders. But if you guys want to change that, we absolutely can. I just think it's like very mischievous, and I think elves to me are mischievous. And I think we should decide if we're gonna do, like, should we do an elf hat? Should we do hairs? Like, what are we thinking? I think Holly should have Holly in her hairs. I think that Holly kind of looks like what Figgy has on her head. Hold on, let me just read the chat. I know what a mistletoe is, but I don't know what it looks like. Someone says, okay. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. I do have a mistletoe related character in the series coming. So maybe we should wait for that. And also, should we do like really intense lashes, or maybe only one of them should have intense lashes, or because if they're going to be like green and furry and like fuzzy, then we could take after Ever Be Green. Like, okay, you know how like Angela from the last live stream has like very pointy lashes, very pointed lashes, and Ever Be Green has more fuzzy lashes. I feel like we should do fuzzy lashes for these guys. We could do like kind of shorter ones for him. I feel like that would be kind of cute. Kind of more wispy. I just think it's kind of more all natural. Like, it's not like this, they put on mascara. You know what I mean? Like, they just have little fuzzy lashes. I think that's so cute. So I think we could do that. And I think that would really fit sort of like an elfin vibe. And then for her, we could do more. We could do like longer lashes, you know? So cute. I mean, I don't know if you guys like that idea, but I'm kind of sold on it. Just think it's fun. And it is very all natural. It's like kind of like a Who from Whoville. Do you guys like Dr. Seuss? I love Dr. Seuss. Like, how fun is that? I might like add more and more, but I feel like for now that's pretty cute. Like, how adorable is that? Okay, I think that really matches with the the wreath vibes. I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you guys tell? I just want to make sure that you guys can see everything because I know the lighting's a bit bright. I really like the sweater. It looks like my room storms in Paris. What does that mean? You mean this sweater? You mean this? This is actually has Snoopy on it. It's like has Snoopy and Woodstock like wrapped up in Christmas lights. It's super, super cute. I love it. Hold on, let me just see the chat. What if these are parents of the family and the mistletoe character you're cooking up is their child? Cute. Cute idea. Should we add Holly? Oh, Storms in Paris is the name of the color. Ooh, how wonderful. How whimsical and wonderful and cozy. Let's add some eyebrows. We could do like a little bit kind of like, these eyebrows have definitely never been tweezed. And I like to do eyebrows that are kind of really far apart and that go down like this because they almost look like, it just gives a very innocent and surprised sort of look to the creature. And I really like that. I really don't want them to look harsh, you know, but still be able to have like very fuzzy eyebrows. So that's kind of how I manage that look. Oh my gosh, I really like that. Okay, now I think we should decide on like the outfits and maybe the hats, maybe the hairs. Snoop's Arts, your style is so cute. Thank you so much. I've never seen you in my live stream before, but the reason I read out your name is because it reminded me of Snoopy, and this sweatshirt that I'm wearing is actually a Snoopy sweatshirt. It's a little Snoopy crew neck. So hi, thank you for joining. I don't know if you're new to the channel or like how you discovered this, but maybe you just joined on the live stream. Basically, we draw these characters. I finalize the sketch on live, and then I'm going to share with you the final full color creature on my YouTube shorts, usually the next day. And if you're curious, like what it is that we're doing, we always write down all of the ideas here on the side so that if you're kind of like, what's going on? What are we drawing? You can just see like right here, the ideas that people come up with. And then we like come together and we decide. So for this, I've basically been making a series. If you're interested, you can go on my YouTube shorts. All of them are really short, the videos. And I've been doing a creature advent calendar for the holidays. And so today we're making day 20 of the advent calendar. They're going to be little elves named Holly and Jolly, and they're holding a wreath called Aretha. I feel like that kind of summed up everything. And I think we're going to have them be related to Ever Be Green, who was the second creature in my Advent series. She's obviously little Christmas tree vibes, and she's green and very fuzzy. So I feel like these ones might take after that. That's why the lashes are kind of like fuzzy instead of like pointy and like mascaraed. You know what I mean? So thanks for joining. Welcome to the Creature Nation and the creature community, etc., etc. So guys, I think we're in a really good place considering we are about halfway through the stream. So I think next we can kind of start deciding what it is that we want them to wear. I subscribed. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you check out my holiday series so that you can get up to speed. But basically it's really fun because we have a bunch of characters, a bunch of lore, like we do series, and a lot of the characters are like related to each other. So it's very fun if you kind of like know, I don't know, if you kind of do know some of the characters, because you'll see little like Easter eggs in the sense that some of them are related or like cousins or yeah. Dachshund Creature reminds me of the cohorts of the villains in the Creature series. Oh yeah, you're right. There is sort of a almost like dog-like cohort that one of them has. Hi, nail polish eater. Sometimes it's funny to say some of your guys' names out loud. But hi, we're making Holly and Jolly little elf vibes characters. They're turning out great so far. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I think next we're basically going to decide what they should be wearing. And let me know if you like the expressions. I feel like these are kind of just, they're just like placeholder expressions. Like we can definitely change them. Like maybe one of them should have like teeth showing. Maybe that would be cute. Like two teeth, you know? That just kind of looks like SpongeBob to me off the top of my head, but are you guys allowed to watch SpongeBob growing up? I feel like, isn't that a thing? Like, there are two types of people. Like, you're allowed to watch SpongeBob and you aren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. Can you guys guess which one I was? I'm curious if I give off the vibes of the one that I was. Pim Plotkin, the rat-like ... thing. Yes, he doesn't really have a species because he just is. Hi, Chorosaurus Rex. I didn't watch SpongeBob. I didn't like it, someone says. Wait, let me know, you guys, if you can see, because I know new people are joining. So hello, thank you for joining. We need to decide, should this pair of cohorts who are, what are you doing? Okay, I see someone just joined. So we're basically making Holly and Jolly. I think they're going to be the Advent for today, December 20th. It's a spot on the Advent calendar that's like at the bottom. It's kind of a big box, so I feel like we could fit these two characters. They're going to be a pair of elves called Holly and Jolly, and they're holding a cohort named Aretha, who's a wreath. I came up with that. I'm quite proud of that. And I think we're going to have them be related to Everbee Green, just because we could do kind of like, I don't know, green vibes. Maybe like Holly could have holly leaves. Someone suggested little pigtails for Holly. And yeah, we do need some green on the calendar. So I think at least one of them is probably going to be green and maybe the other one will be red. I don't know. What do you guys think? So cute. Thank you. I really like the mistletoe creature family idea. You're going to have to wait because they are coming. And I love that idea too. And it shows we're on the same wavelength in the Creature Nation, that like you thought of that and I thought of that, and they're gonna be really fun. Hello, welcome to the live stream. We're drawing elves named Holly and Jolly, and they're holding a cohort named Aretha, who's a wreath. So welcome. Very excited to see you. We need to decide, like the next thing that we're kind of focusing on here is, do we like the expressions? And what should they be wearing? Are we going hair vibes? Are we going hat vibes? Are we going antlers? Like, what direction are we headed? I think for Holly, she should be the green one. Maybe it would be cute if Holly was green and Jolly was pink. Just, I don't know, switching up what you would expect. Like, maybe you would expect the girl to be pink, but she should be green. I feel like that would be really cute. One green and one red with gold accents. Oh my gosh, I totally didn't even see that first, but yeah, I love that idea. Okay, so let's decide. Let's decide on the hair versus hat idea. Should Holly be wearing a dress and Jolly could be wearing pants? Or it would be cute if they were both wearing onesies, you guys. We love onesies here. Okay, let's decide. I think either way, it would be cute if they had turtlenecks. I just think that like adds so much. I think that it fits so perfectly. So yeah. And then we can do, Okay. Someone suggested for Holly that she could have little pigtails, and I think that's a really cute idea. Obviously, her eyebrows are her eyebrows are, like, up here, so maybe her hair could be, like this is kind of funny, but, like, I feel like it would be cute if her hair was kinda high up, and we can go around the side. I really like a middle part because I just feel like it frames the face really well, in the drawings, so a lot of times I do a middle part because I don't know, it's like a perfect symmetry for the creatures. Do you guys like this live stream timing? Because I'm noticing more of you guys are here than last time. So maybe this is a better time for people. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Here we go. Okay, I think it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute how it's like a really high up hairline. Like she has a really big forehead, and I think that that's truly adorable and lovely. So maybe that's perfect. Okay, there we go. And then I think her hair it would be cute if they had colorful hairs. Like maybe she could have pink hair. I mean, what I could do is like swap out some of the colors. Like if she has pink hair, he has green hair, and then he could be wearing a pink outfit and she could be wearing a green outfit, you know? Yes, someone commented, wait, yes to what? Because I just said like 62 things. So, anyways, I'm gonna start with my classic and standard stripy onesie because I feel like that's just a good place to start, and then you guys can decide what you're thinking from there. Now, I personally think if they are elves, which I'm kind of leaning towards, that maybe like stripy onesies are the move because I just feel like that's what elves wear. I know there's other things that elves wear, but like in my head, elves wear stripy onesies. In my head, like everyone should wear stripy onesies. Oh my gosh, hi Fairy. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I haven't seen you in my lives in a while. We're making elves called Holly and Jolly, and they're holding a reef cohort named Aretha. Sorry about the lighting. If it's a little bit bright, we're going to fix it for next time. But thank you so much for joining. This is pretty much our last live stream before or like during the actual holidays. Our next one will probably be like before New Year's. So yeah, this is like our chance to make more holiday creatures. And I thought we could do two. Like, how cute. So yeah, I think elves. I knew from the beginning of this series that I was going to make creatures called Holly and Jolly, and I feel like it just made sense to do that with you guys on the live because there's a lot of directions we can go with those names. How cute are they? I actually really like the way they're turning out so far. So cute. And you can see their little knees from the front. Oh wait, let me check the chat. Wait, Zoe, do you think the creature nation is a hive mind? No, I think that everyone's very individual and has their very individual ideas, and it kind of all comes together in a very unique way. But I will say that I feel like a lot of times we're on the same wavelength, and because like you guys have kind of learned how I work and like the language and stuff that I use, it's kind of fun because we can kind of like get onto the same wavelength, you know? But I really love everyone's unique ideas. Holly. Oh. Yeah, since for me your lives are at 6, it's hard for me to join and I haven't been commenting on your videos, but I watch each one and they are so adorable. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's like it's dinner time for people or like things are going on during the holidays. So I thought this would be a good time. But the thing is, every time I have you guys vote on a time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time always wins. But I still feel like they're a better time. So if this one's good, then yeah. I know for my European people, this is a more reasonable time. So, okay, I really am enjoying this so far. Maybe we should give Holly little pigtails. I think that would be adorable. I'm thinking like we won't do braids. We could just do like kind of like that kind of thing, you know? Just like little ponytails almost. And they will kind of just like I feel like that's adorable. And then we could just tie them up with a little bow. So cute. Tie them up with a little bow. That's just a thought. That's just a thought. And then maybe we could put like okay, I'm going to try and draw Holly off the top of my head, sort of sprouting from the top of her head. An hour later could be better. An hour later than this. Yeah, some people join the lives really late, which I know it's really, really late, but maybe it's also kind of like cozy to watch in bed and when, I don't know, no one's bothering you. I'm gonna try to draw Holly. I think it's kind of like that, and it can kind of be like little antennas for her, but like it's Holly. And then there would be holly berries, which would be in the middle, right? Like, I don't know. Tell me that's not kind of cute. You can't, because it is. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay, and then we have to decide about him. So his hair could kind of like match that. I don't know. But I need you guys to come up with your brilliant ideas. Maybe it would be cute if she was wearing a dress. I don't know. I need you guys to decide. And then also, if we did, we could give her buttons on her outfit that also look like little holly berries. Like, you know? Like, how cute would that be? I think I might need to just retrace just the legs a little bit. And also, if we do keep them in the onesies, then they also don't really need to be wearing shoes. But it would also be cute if she was wearing like little Mary Janes. Like, that could be a vibe. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm so happy you guys are joining. I have an idea. What if one had pigtails and one had a ponytail? Okay, so this one has pigtails. And I feel like that just makes sense for Holly for some reason. Holly just sounds like someone who would be wearing pigtails. And then, yeah, he could have a ponytail. That could be cute. I've only missed 5 lives of the 30. Have there been 30 lives, you guys? That's so crazy. I can't even believe that. Just an idea. What if you either made one of them a reindeer or if you made a little reindeer cohort? Oh, so cute. I love that idea. We could definitely put antlers on one of them. I will say that there is a reindeer creature coming in the Advent calendar series. So, but it doesn't really matter. They could still have antlers. But I'm very excited for that creature. I think you guys will really like it. So I'm really excited to share that one. But I do love the idea of a reindeer cohort. But I will say cohort-wise, they're cohorts and they also have a wreath cohort. So I feel like we're kind of good on cohorts for today. It's like more creatures than I ever usually make at once. But like, how cute are they? Can you guys see properly? Like, something that I'm taking, wait. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Something I'm definitely taking once I make a compilation of funny, iconic, and straight up slay moments of Zoe. That is so fun. I can't. I've thought about before, like, taking all, like, the best moments from the lives and compiling them, but it's hard because there are so many hours of lives that I don't know if I can watch them all. There's been 35 plus this one. Wow, that is pretty insane. And there was also one live stream that got deleted by accident. I don't know if you're counting that one, but that was my like green creature live stream. Technical difficulties occurred and I like accidentally deleted it. So maybe there've been 36, but I don't know, maybe you're counting that one. Guys, I think since it's the holidays, they should be wearing long sleeves. And I'm gonna do like little fuzzy wrists at the end, just because I feel like that is correct. So stripey, there we go, stripey onesies. So fun. Okay, I think we kind of have the idea for her down. Like if she's gonna be Holly, she has her little holly berry buttons. And now we kind of need to decide what the vibes should be for Jolly. They're so cute. I think she's a little bit taller than him, which is kind of fun. Love. Oh, we could also put, you know, those little hair baubles that are like little hair baubles, like they kind of look like cherries. That's actually perfect to tie up her hair because then that also looks like little berries, little holly berries. So cute. Okay. Do you think she should be in a dress? I don't know. She probably, I don't know. I feel like that'd be really cute if she was in a dress. Maybe we should do a dress, you guys. I'm back. Thank you. Yay. So exciting. Forgot about that. 36 have happened and this one. That is so crazy. I can't believe I've done that many. Okay, guys, we need to decide what type of hairs we're going to do for Jolly. Someone suggested a ponytail. Oh my gosh. You guys didn't remind me to close my pen. I said that last time. I'm obsessed with these pens, but if you don't close them, they just like dry out really fast. So if I ever forget to close my pen, someone should totally remind me in the chat because that's frustrating. Although they do come back. Like, anyways, closing it now. So yeah, should we do one ponytail? He could be wearing like a hat. He could be wearing, let me think of what, I feel like an elf hat could be fun. Like we could do like a little elf hat. What if one had a dress and one had a trouser? Yeah, I kind of like that idea too. So we can give Holly a little dress. I think, okay, guys, bear with me. Don't gasp, but I think I'm going to give her a dress, and to do that, I'm going to actually redraw the legs because I'm going to make them just proportionally a little bit different just to kind of get that across. Okay, so you guys can watch me draw the legs really quick. I'm just going to do this. Then we'll do the little kneecaps. Can you guys see this okay? Because it's kind of interesting. Sorry, I'm just reading your guys' comments. Okay. I think I just need to make the legs a little bit, kind of like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is just going to be, someone said in the comments, make them LGBTQ creatures. And also regarding that comment about the feminine strawberry boyfriend, we can still make that character. We can always still make characters. I just personally feel as though the names Holly, like in my head, Holly and Jolly were like siblings, not like together. So I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. But we can definitely still make that strawberry creature. Like, that is something we've talked about a million times. Please make him. Okay, we will make him. We will make him. I know that like several of you guys have requested that creature. So we will make him, okay? Because that's something you guys have mentioned like many, many times. So I'm fully aware of that. Maybe we'll have to do a special live stream, like knowing that that's the creature we're going to make, because I think every time we do a live stream, there's like some other theme and like that it doesn't really fit the strawberry like vibes. So maybe we'll do a special live stream with that in mind. And yeah, that will be fun. And I'm definitely down to do that because we've talked about that creature several times and he needs to exist. That would be so cute. Maybe Jolly. Maybe Jolly what? Maybe Jolly could be a tomboy. I think Jolly is a boy or a tomboy, whatever you guys want. So let me put, okay, I think for Holly, I'm going to put like little holly berries like at the end of her dress. Like how cute. And then I'm going to continue with the stripy theme for her actual dress. So cute. And then I'm also going to give her stripes for her tights, I think. You guys know I love stripy tights. I love stripy socks. So any opportunity for that just makes sense. So we're going to give her little stripy tights like that. And then I think Mary Jane's. I think little Mary Jane's would be perfect. Like that, we can give them like a little platform. Like I feel like that's elfish and it's holly-ish. And we could also do, it's not really going to matter in this drawing, but it'll matter when we do the colors. There could be little holly berries on her Mary Jane's as well. How adorable is that? Okay. I low-key want to make fan art because they're so cute. Oh my gosh, please do. And also if you do, post it and tag me because I actually add all of the fan art that you guys make to my playlist called Fan Made. So if you're ever curious, or even if you're just like nervous and don't want to post, Just take a look at that, because a lot of you guys have made fan art, and it's, like, really fun. Here's my Lynn the Goblin stickers. Maybe you could give her stockings under her dress. Yes, I did. I made them stripy, and it's so cute. Okay, I think she's done, honestly. I might put a little collar. There. So adorable, and I think this makes sense. I think this is really gonna come together when I add the colors. I just feel like that's really gonna make sense. And then we can also give her little earrings that are also gonna be like little holly berries. So, guys, I think she might be completed. So now let's move on to Jolly. I personally think for Jolly, he can honestly just be wearing the stripy onesie and doesn't really need shoes because of that. But we could do, we could give him like overalls, maybe. You could put a little jingle bell at the end of her shoes. That's what I did. Oh my gosh, you guys. So fun. Let's decide. Okay, you guys. What if you gave them both pointy ears? That is something that I mentioned earlier. No one said anything about that. So if you're gonna say that you want pointy ears, I'll give them pointy ears because then they're both like little elves. And then we need to decide, oh my gosh, you guys, my battery is kind of low. So this will be our mission to kind of speed run this and finish the creatures before my battery dies. Sorry for the rush, but we've actually been here for a while, but I feel like people started joining more recently. So I'm sorry if we're going to end the live stream when you guys joined, but I really like the pointy ears. Hi, thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. I think that the creature calendar is the best way to see your art style's progression. I know, it really is. Like, when I go back and look at my old creature charts, I'm like, I can see so much growth in my drawings. So that's really awesome. Okay, so I think it would be cute if he had, like, clean-cut hair like her as well. Like, he can also just kind of match. Like, how cute is that? And then let's try to think of something that we can give him that can kind of differentiate him from her. I mean, we could give him, I think he could have buttons as well. His buttons will just be a different color than hers, you know? And, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Maybe I'll give him a little collar as well. And maybe a little around the feet. Like, maybe we'll just kind of spice up his jumper or his onesie a little bit. They can be like twins. Exactly. I was picturing twins, honestly, for these two. I love. Guys, honestly, we could be done. I kind of like his hair like this. But what we could do is we could give him like, maybe we'll give him like a little tuft. Like a little curl. Like a little antenna tuft. I don't know, I feel like that could be cute. Just a little tuft, just to kind of do something different so that she has the holly on her head and he has like the little tufty curls. Like, how cute is that? Maybe we will give him little shoes. I don't know. I think that will kind of come out when I do the color. It'll be more obvious. But guys, I think we've literally completed Holly and Jolly. These are twins, Holly and Jolly. They are elves. I feel like we've done a lot of... Should he have a very small sideways hat? That's not a bad idea. That's really not a bad idea. What do we think? What do we think, you guys? Small sideways hat? Let me know in the comments. Okay, you guys. We'll decide if we're going to make a small sideways hat. But other than that, I'm just going to kind of like wrap up this live stream because it has been really fun and we were actually able to complete these characters pretty quickly. So this is Holly and Jolly. They're elves. They're holding a little cohort named Aretha, which is like so cute and so fun. Yeah, these are our official elves. I feel like there's a lot of elf-like characters in the series, but there's no official elves. These are going to be the official elves, Holly and Jolly. I vote small side hat, and someone said that. And these are my stickers. They're available on my website, you guys, for the holidays. They're little 2x2 Lynn the Goblin stickers. They are available on my website, you guys. Free shipping, like no extra fees. And they're so cute for the holidays. I absolutely love them. And yeah, just have to shout that out. And I'm going to show you guys up close the creatures. Holly, Jolly, and Aretha. I think the colors that we're gonna go for are like green and maybe pink, either green and red or green and pink. These two are just so adorable. Someone says, "Ee, thank you." I know they're really cute. They're elves, pointy ears. She has her little holly stuff, and he's kind of just like her little cohort. So cute. I actually really love them, and I'm really excited to share them for day 20, which is today. So I don't know if I'll finish them today. I'll probably post them tomorrow. You guys, I know that for the creature advent calendar, I've been like 1 day behind, sometimes 2 days behind, but like I'm 1 day behind, which I still post a creature every day. It's just that it'll be the creature from the previous day. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm going to try to get on schedule before the end of the series, but I think it's actually been working out fine, and everyone's really busy during the holidays, and I know you guys are in different countries, so it, like, makes sense, but anyways, the idea for these creatures is, like, they're a little bit maybe related to Everby Green because they're gonna be green and, like, they have Aretha and they have Holly, so I think we're gonna do just, like, they're gonna match but be, like, green and pink or green and red. You guys should comment in the chat. Do you guys think the color scheme should be green and red or green and pink? If we do pink, it'll be like a fun pink, like a bright pink, something that maybe matches like this kind of color, which if you guys know what color Joy is, then you know she has like a hot pink bow. So I feel like that could be fun. We're gonna have to wrap up the stream soon because I have 5% battery and I have to go. Um, Someone said, can we please get the moth? Okay, I think I don't know. I just think that we have enough creatures here. Like, I feel like it's so perfect and symmetrical that I don't think we should add any more cohorts. What if he had a little curly hair? I feel like these are two little, like, curly hair antennas. Um, I say Holly can have pink hair and Jolly can have a dark green. Anyways, bye. I love that idea. I might do that. I think we're gonna match them. Okay, so they're gonna be like whatever the one has in one color, the other one will have in the other color, and vice versa. So they're gonna be very matchy little elves. Just let me know in the comments if you think it should be green and pink or green and red. She's definitely gonna have touches of red just because her holly berries will probably be red. Wow, that was fast. I know, you guys, it was really, really fast today. The holiday season is very busy. I know we're all very busy, so I'm happy that you guys could join. And the next time we have a live stream, it's going to be right before New Year's. So I think we can make a really fun, festive, slinky New Year's Eve creature. Maybe. Maybe that could be fun. But anyways, I'm going to wrap things up before my phone dies. Thank you so much for joining. This has been so fun. Make sure to check out my website, zoesophia.com, if you want to get some Lynn the Goblin stickers. I also have t-shirts, and I also have stickers from my November series if you guys want that. There's like little sticker sheets, so fun. And I'm going to be adding a lot more products and Creature Nation merchandise throughout this next upcoming year. We're definitely going to focus on, I don't know, just expanding the Creature Nation a bit. You guys should definitely also follow me on Instagram. My username is @creaturesbyzoe, and I post also. I haven't been posting the videos I post on YouTube. Those are like niche to YouTube, but I have little creature compilations, and I also post on my Instagram stories like every day, pretty much. So thank you guys so much for joining. I will see you next Saturday. I think this was a good time, so we're gonna keep this time. So it's gonna be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Saturday as well. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow with these final creatures. And yeah, we're going to finish up the December series, and then I will see you guys next Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next creature drawing live